Does it feel as though there's a buzz about the place again after the last 3 weeks?
Definitely, yeah. Especially with results. You go to any football club in the country or in Europe or in the world, and on the back of 3 wins, it's a positive place to be. And I think everybody's we knew what Hecky was about. Obviously, at the end of last season, he came in and breathed fresh air into us at the time and gave us that bit of freedom. And he's come in and done the same again. And we as a group, we've got massive respect for him, and we've all bought into everything that he wants us to do.
I suppose the other side to that is, why do you think it wasn't working then under Slavisa Jokanovic, or working to the extent that it maybe appears to be now?
It's different methods, different intensity in training. The way we're training now compared to how we was. The level's gone up. Everybody's at it every single day, as it was under, when the old manager was here, Chris. Very similar to how it was then, and I don't think it's any surprise to see the way we've performed in those 2 games. And it feels like a lot more like us, whereas before it was maybe a bit too slow, the football. We've got to take responsibility for that. We didn't perform. We've cost somebody the job, and as players we've got to take responsibility for that, and we want to be successful this season. And I think we've shown that. The reaction to the adversity or the bad results or whatever's been, or bad performances, we've come back, and hopefully now this second part of the season we can really put a marker down and really kick on. And
even to the point where the Championship is that crazy after the start of the season that you've had. A couple of wins, you might be in the top 6, a couple more than that, and all of a sudden the picture looks remarkably different.
Well, we've been here before, haven't we? We know how it works. It's, as you say, 2 wins, you're up in the top 6. 2 losses, you're down in the bottom 3. So it's the Championship. It's, as everybody says, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And the way we're going at the moment, I don't think there'll be many teams looking and thinking, we'd like to play Sheffield United at this moment in time. So that's what we want, and we want to make it difficult afternoons for people, as we've done, and hopefully we'll continue to do that going forward.
Do you kind of come into your own in these circumstances, because you're kind of past master at all this, aren't you? After Premier League promotion number 4 this season, in knowing the paddock, really.
Yeah, it's not just me though. It's the boys have been through it themselves. It's not just me. With an experienced group who've been in promotion chases before, who knows what it takes to get over the line. And as I said, you can lean on me for experience, but you can also lean on Bashi, Sharpie, George, Flecky, Didze. You can name probably 10 players who've been through the process of promotion and promotion chasing teams, and we know what it takes, and we're working hard to get up there, and once we're in there we fancy ourselves.
Yeah, I don't suppose it's gone unnoticed in recent weeks with the fan base that the more experienced players, or those, however old they are, have kind of come to the fore in the last couple of games against Cardiff and Bristol City. Coincidence?
Everybody says you get to 30 and you're finished, aren't they? But no, we've got a good group. We know what we need to do. That's all I'd say. And as you say, we work hard, we look after ourselves, we want to be out there on the Saturday afternoon, we want to be the ones stepping forward and saying follow our lead, and we've got broad shoulders, you take the good times with the bad, there's been more good, but yeah, it's what it is. We always turn to experienced players in times when times get hard.
Kind of cliche time, and I appreciate it, is that. Was the start to the season in any way down to some kind of footballing hangover from last season? Because in some respects footballers seem like quite a straightforward bunch. You move from one manager to the next, but sometimes it's never that simple, is it? No,
it's not. And without blaming things, we had a disrupted pre-season. We had 2 weeks off in the middle of pre-season. We played, how do you put it, the team that we played in Spain were from Gibraltar. I think it would have been better playing my mate's team from up the park. So there was not much work done in that one. Came back, played Doncaster, and then that was it. Off you go. So the first 4 or 5 games were more or less, trying to find the way we wanted to play. It took us a bit of time to get going, and for one reason or another, it didn't work out. As you say, football moves on quickly. managers move on, players move on, and the ones who hang around are the ones who the manager wants here. So it's, as you say, it's football, it's life. You move on quickly and on to the next one.
Funny, isn't it, that in 2 matches of Sheffield United looking a bit more like their old selves, the perception of what this team can do has changed dramatically, would you say, from being, well, might they get in the top 10 playoffs possibly, to what really could happen this season? Yeah,
our aims haven't changed throughout the season. We're chasing down promotion. We was as disappointed as everybody else with how it was going. We've been successful at Sheffield United as a group, and we wanted to continue that. It was as frustrating, as I said, it was frustrating. Some long Saturday evenings and frustrating times. But as I said, it feels like now we're going in the right direction, and the staff now understand how to get the best out of us and what makes us tick, and just simplified everything back to basics, and it's paying dividends.
Fulham next, a club you know well, the current crop. Then, how do you stop them? How do you get at Fulham on Monday?
They're a fantastic side, top of the league by right. Probably the best striker in the league. How many goals has Mitchell got now? 22, 23?
Yeah, so something like that.
It's not bad, is it?
Could do better.
Yeah, they've got threats all over the pitch, haven't they? And we're well aware of what we need to do, and the game plan will be set out by the coaching staff, and we'll go there with clear heads on what we need to do and try and get a result there. Because
it's almost like another test of where Sheffield United are at, isn't it, really, as regards that picture?
Yeah, I agree, yeah. As you said, the top of the league. We're chasing down, I don't know if we drop positions because we didn't play. I don't really look at the position in the league yet, to be honest. But we're chasing down whoever's in front of us, and then the next one, the next one, the next one. And as you say, it's we're not expecting an easy game at Craven Cottage. We're not under any illusions it's going to be difficult, but looking forward to the challenge, and hopefully we can keep moving in the right direction.
Place you know well. Does it bring back happy memories?
Definitely, yeah. One season there and one of my promotions, so yeah, it was obviously a wonderful football club, historic, great place to play football. One of the best grounds in the country still for me. Quite old school and quite like all the old stadiums with the history and stuff like that. But yeah, great place to be. But make no doubt about it, I'm fully Sheffield United, and friendships and all that can go out the window for 90 minutes, and I'm sure we'll be friends again after.
Do you still, because football's such a transient world, isn't it? Do you still know many from down there, even though it's only a few years ago?
Yeah, I still speak to quite a lot of the lads who played with. A few have moved on, a few are still there, but yeah, it was good times. We had a really good team and really good team spirit in that season, and as I said, the success we had was brilliant, and to be a part of that was good, but it seems a long time ago now, to be honest. We've been through that much here, so it's kind of forgot about for now. But no, good lads, good group of lads, and yeah, like I said, we'll wish each other all the best after the game.
COVID, how
where do you start?
Yeah, exactly. Where do you start? How kind of worried are you as a group of players that either from within the squad or just because some other team has got it, there's going to be quite a lot of disruption this year?
It's just the world we're living in at the moment, isn't it? And I don't really know what to say, to be honest. I mean, we've all got families, we've all got relatives who are older, and we've got to do our bit to protect everybody. And I've had 3 jabs, so my advice would be to get the jab and do what you need to do to protect the people you love and protect everybody else, and that's just how it's going to be. Or is it going to be? I don't know. I can't really comment. I'm not a politician, I'm not a scientist, I don't know what's going on, but it's a worry, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
We are clearly, of course, in the realms of the unknown. Certain football people, Thomas Frank for one, is wondering whether some kind of postponement of fixtures whilst the new kind of strains are brought under control is an idea of that idea as a current player. What do you think?
That's above my pay grade, isn't it? That's not really for me. Sitting on the fence with that one. I don't know. I suppose it's a difficult one, isn't it?
You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
If you end up with your team, I don't know, 6-7 cases and 86 players, you obviously want the game to stop. If you haven't got any and you can play a weakened team. All that comes into it, but there's got to be some integrity to the game. And as you say, for us as players, we're told we do as we're told, basically. And at the moment in time, it's measures have been implemented here for us to protect us. We're coming into work with it's a safe environment for us. So until we're told otherwise, we'll just crack on.
I would imagine just finally then that's actually quite helpful. It's that regimented in football. You've got to do as you're told, otherwise, it all kind of breaks down, don't you? So there aren't grey areas, there isn't hysteria. This is what's happening.
Exactly that. Yeah, I mean, we didn't get a choice on them being no fans there last year or anything like that. We don't get a say in all that. So I'm sure the people that decide these decisions will make the decisions and we'll be governed by that. So there's not really much we can do. Just get on with it, and as you say, what will be will be, but until we're told otherwise, we'll carry on training and carry on preparing for matches.